How do you say I was in Spanish? There are 4 very common ways of saying I was. Most people struggle with them because there are 2 ways that are from ser, and then there are other 2 ways that come from the verb estar. And there is a 5th way that most people are not aware of. Today, we're going to use the tool YouGlish to see how frequent these words are, which ones I would study and learn and use in the beginning, and which ones I would study later on. This video is going to show you how important it is to study frequency. Let's get started. So, these are the first 4 verbs. I'm not going to give you the last one because that's a surprise. So, if you want to see it, you need to wait to the end. I'm telling you, this is going to be totally worth it. And you learning how to use YouGlish is going to change the way that you learn Spanish and that you learn pronunciation. Let's get started. The first one, fui. Remember that fui is the pretérito indefinido of the verb ser. Do you think this is a very common word or not? Let's find out how many times you can find the word fui in the YouTube videos. Ready? Let's see. So the word fui, which is I was, from the verb ser, in pretérito indefinido, is found 9,017 times. Not bad. Let's go to the next one. Estuve. Estuve is from the verb estar. Is the pretérito indefinido of the verb estar. Do you think the word estuve is more or less common than fui? Let's find out. Whoa! Surprise! The word estuve is found in 4,835 videos on YouGlish. So far, the word fui is more common, more frequent than the word estuve. Very good. Let's keep going. Now, era. Era comes from the verb ser and is the pretérito imperfecto, imperfect. Do you think this word is more or less common than fui and estuve? Let's find out. Whoa! The word era, coming from the verb ser, pretérito imperfecto, is found in 143,852 videos on YouGlish, on YouTube. Now, you need to have in mind that era is not just I was. Era is I was, he was, she was, it was, and new formal were, like usted. So it has 5 different conjugations, but this is incredible. It means that this is a very important word. Very interesting. Now let's move on to estaba. Estaba comes from the verb estar, is the pretérito imperfecto, the imperfect of the verb estar. And just like era, estaba is I was, he was, she was, it was, and you were formal, usted era. So is the word estaba more or less frequent than era, fui, and estuve? Let's find out. Muy bien. Estaba is found in 66,455 videos. I hope you understand how important what we're doing is. We are learning to study for frequency, and this tool is going to be very important from now on in your Spanish learning process. Now, what is the 5th conjugation, the 5th translation of I was in Spanish? Do you know it? Can you think of it? Let me give it to you. The phrase is IBA A plus a verb. IBA plus a verb. It's IBA A, but when you pronounce them together, you say IBA. IBA plus a verb. This form is not coming from the verb estar. Is not coming from the verb ser. It's coming from the verb ir. Did you know this form? If you didn't, now you do. So how often do we find IBA A plus a verb? Attention, it's not just IBA A, because that's a different translation. It's IBA A plus a verb. Let's find out. And so we find IBA A plus a verb in 15,782. In YouGlish, you cannot just add a verb in general. So actually, this number is lower. Now, after looking at all these numbers, this could be a little bit confusing, but I want to tell you something. This is what I have always told my Spanish students. I'm going to tell you the 2 conjugations I would study if I were you. The 2 conjugations are, first of all, estaba. Estaba is very common. We use it for emotions in the past. Estaba emocionado. I was excited. We use it for physical conditions in the past. Estaba cansado. We use it for past progressive or actions in progress in the past. I was doing something. Estaba haciendo algo. Estaba trabajando. I was working, etc. So, for me, estaba is very important. You can also use estaba for the location of people, places, and objects. So, estaba en el cine. I was at the movies. El celular estaba en la mesa. So, for me, estaba is a very important conjugation. The second conjugation that I consider to be very important is the conjugation of era. This is the pretérito imperfecto de ser. Estaba is the pretérito imperfecto of estar. This one is very common for descriptions. Here it's very important that you study the difference between ser and estar. And it's not just permanent and temporary. It's much more than that. So I invite you to watch my video on the channel. You can describe people, places, situations, etc. So era is very important. The third one that I would recommend is IBA A plus a verb. IBA A plus a verb is I was going to do something. And it's very common for plans in the past or predictions or intentions in the past. So you can say, iba a comprar una casa, pero no me gustó. I was gonna buy a house, but I didn't like it. Plans in the past. It means that things didn't happen. And then, after using these ones a lot and getting familiar with these ones, I would leave these ones for the future. Fui and estuve. Okay guys, I hope you liked this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this, if you learned something new today. And let me know if you are planning on using YouGlish. Take care.